than 70 bosses
Oh my God!
have posed as subjects on a fake show to get honest feedback from their employees.
All right.
It's been shocking.
A lot of people smoke pot.
It's been challenging.
It's not the homeowner's fault that I get paid peanuts.
But it's inspired them to change their employees' lives forever.
I decided to invest around $3 million because of you.
Thank you.
For real? Like, this is real.
Da-da-da.
I am going to give you your own store.
Probably the best thing somebody ever do for me.
I have a check for $250,000.
Oh my God.
Tonight, the latest boss to take on this challenge is Todd Peterson,
Why are you laughing at me? I don't even look the same.
the founder and CEO of Vivint, a cutting-edge solar and home security giant. By joining his employees on the front lines, this fun-loving CEO will meet the people who keep his company wired.
Here we go. We have an alarm. Good afternoon. It was like scrambled eggs.
Along the way, he'll find he needs to step up his game.
She had cancer, so she had
Your wife here?
And then they didn't give me the time off. Made me question who am I working for?
People that we get here, the turnover is so great. You know, they can't make their car payment, their rent, and stuff on what they're getting paid.
And what will happen when he blows his own cover?
Are you Mark?
Yes.
I'm Todd.
Nice to meet you.
Oh my hell.
I cannot believe I just said my real name.
Find out next on Undercover Boss. With a base of operations in Provo, Utah, Vivint is one of the largest home automation companies in North America, offering residential security and the latest in state-of-the-art smart home technology. At the controls of this $2 billion business and its 7,000 employees is one man.
My name is Todd Peterson, and I'm the CEO and founder of Vivint. Vivint is a smart home technology company that provides multiple services. We have home security, fire detection, home automation services like lighting control, thermostat controls. We provide wireless internet, and we are also the second largest residential solar company in the United States. I'm not a typical CEO. If you see me, it's always in a Vivint branded hat.
Did you have a good weekend? Good.
I've worn a suit and tie maybe 4 times ever, and I was forced to. Growing up, I challenged everything, and so I would say about age 19 or 20 was when I first started thinking, you know, maybe I could build a business. I was a college student. I didn't have money for school, and I came up with a crazy idea to start a security business, you know, basically burglar alarm services. The very first summer, I actually made $80,000, so I dropped out of school and pursued the business. Children do not do that, but that's what I did. After the first summer, we grew really fast, and eventually it's become what it is today. Vivint provides services in all 50 states. We've also expanded internationally. We're in Canada, Puerto Rico, New Zealand, and last year we had in excess of $550 million of annual revenue.
A Provo-based security alarm company just sold for a whopping $2 billion.
In 2012, Vivint was acquired for just over $2 billion. I could have chosen to sell more equity, and I wouldn't have had to work anymore, but I chose to keep equity and retain the CEO title because I believe in the future, and I didn't want to miss out on being part of something great.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I think it's probably ironic that I'm the CEO of a tech company, being that I'm the least technical person that I know. I have a hard time turning on my own TV.
This is our system that we released this last year, so we're making some changes to the interface.
This is a system that's going to work for anyone.
Yeah, this will be super easy.
I just want it simple, and I want it to work every time. If you walked around our campus, I think you'd see a fairly relaxed vibe here. We have a gym, we have a basketball court, volleyball courts, foosball tables, ping pong tables.
This is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you.
A restaurant in each of our campuses. The environment is super important to me because I think if we do enjoy being here, we're going to do our best work.
Here we go. What's up, Jerry?
My wife and I are a part of the Mormon religion. My faith is very important to me. We do spend an immense amount of time with our family, but we always want to be having fun. We jump on the trampoline, play games in our yard.
Go, Dean.
We have a nice yard next door where we can ride razors.
All right, well, let's get started.
All right, let's do
do it. We serve over 850,000 customers nationwide, and people really don't even know who we are yet. We now have competition like Comcast, AT&T, Google, Apple, companies much, much larger than we've competed with in the past. And now we get to see how good we really are. It's like putting shoes on that are like 2 sizes too small. I want to go undercover now to see how we can compete with these bigger companies. I want to see what things are out there that we can improve on. While undercover, I'll be posing as Eddie Vowles, a video store manager trying to win my own business. My employees have no idea this is actually Undercover Boss. Sweet.
I do dad with gray hair. I do dad with red hair.
What's up? Why are you laughing at me? I don't even look the same.
I'm not Dad anymore. My name's Eddie.
Where are you from?
I'm from Bend, Oregon.
How old are you?
I'm 46.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Jenna and Bob. I am a bit nervous. Some of the jobs that I'm going to do, I'm not going to be great at.
Okay, love you guys. See ya.
But I can say I will do my best.
Today I'm in Syracuse, Utah, working on a wireless install. Our wireless portion of our business is blowing up right now. I'm hoping to see really good efficiency. As this company grows and scales, we need great efficiency out of these installers. Hey, you Mark?
Yes.
I'm Todd.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, my hell. I cannot believe I blew this.
I just said my real name.
I screwed up. What in the crap was I thinking?
Eddie.
I'm Eddie.
How you doing, Eddie?
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
There's no question he could know that it's me because I introduced myself as Todd.
You ready for today?
I am ready. I have no idea what we're going to do.
No
but
idea.
Let's
Okay,
go for it.
that's even better.
He did continue to call me Eddie, so I'm going to proceed as if he doesn't know, and we'll see what happens.
This is a hub home, so we are going to bring internet to the house.
Okay.
And then set up 2 radios to broadcast out to other potential customers.
Sounds good.
So this is one of the other radios that will broadcast out.
Okay.
So I put one together already.
I'm excited to learn from you. I appreciate you taking the time to do this with me.
Not a problem. It's what I'm here for, to help you learn some new things, I guess. Todd,
I think he knows it's me.
let's go ahead and move this to the front of the van real quick.
I've got to figure it out. So I started to dig a little bit. Did it kind of surprise you when I introduced myself with the wrong name?
Yeah, I guess. But I'm nervous. You're nervous. I'm sure everybody's a little nervous. I don't know.
And I am Eddie, in some ways. You
Yeah,
think maybe I was someone different than Eddie?
could be.
Like,
yeah.
and who would you assume that I would be? If you had to take a wild guess.
Mr. Todd Peterson?
Mr. Todd Peterson. So, we are part of Undercover Boss, and I am that Undercover Boss.
Cool. Little less nerves then?
A little less nerves,
Okay.
and we're going to roll forward. We're
Yeah.
going to do our job.
Thank you for telling me you're Todd. Now I don't have to be nervous. You don't have to be nervous.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm Todd. Nice to meet
Perfect. Nice to meet you, Todd.
you. I want real discussion up here. It's going to help you. That's going to help me. That's going to help consumers.
Okay.
Is that fair?
That's perfectly fair.
Okay.
I'm going to have you put this tool belt on.
Okay. I felt the tense nature of the situation after I blew my cover. Now that this is kind of behind us, the nerves are gone, and the excitement is still there to figure out what things we can do better. And honestly, I feel really good with this belt on my hips. It feels really manly, and I love it. And I'm being serious about that.
Let's go ahead and set the ladder up right here, I think.
To get up on the roof?
To get up on the
Okay,
roof.
let's
Yep. We're going to have to wear harnesses because it's a really steep roof. Are you nervous?
do it. Very. I have been on top of a roof, but I did not like being up there.
We're going to run the 5 wires on the roof.
Here we go.
Just hold on to it
Okay.
like that. Okay, and it's steep, so go slow.
Very steep.
It was a pretty scary sight. He was slipping and falling a lot, couldn't really grab onto anything.
I'm taking one step forward. I come back almost 3/4 of a step. That's how bad I was slipping.
If you want to head to that next peak,
In my brain, I'm thinking, how am I not going to fall off this roof and die? I'm already thinking about my exit. I'm already thinking about my exit. In my brain, I'm thinking, how am I not going to fall off this roof and die?
Careful. I got you.
These don't grip one bit. I got it, Joe.
Okay. And I'm going to try to feed this so we don't cut the cables.
I don't know what the type of grip or sole is that you should have, but obviously whatever's on the bottom of my shoes isn't right.
Yeah, it needs to just be able to grip. I buy cheap skater shoes.
Okay. Did we provide them?
No.
How do we not provide the appropriate shoes for these installers to walk across these rooftops?
The biggest concern I have is the salesman, when they come sell a home, they tell the customer what's going on.
Yeah.
Then when we get here, they have no clue what we're talking about.
There's definitely a breakdown going on. It sounds like the salespeople not fully describing to the customer what we're installing. That falls on my shoulders. These are things that we're gonna have to change to help him do his job better. Makes your back tired.
Yeah. This is gonna be the tricky part.
Yeah, go ahead. After going up on that roof and seeing the amount of physical effort that it takes,
Let's point this towards the tower there and try to tighten those two bolts.
I kept thinking, we just don't give these guys enough credit. Oh, nice little break.
Yeah.
That's more physically demanding than I anticipated, you know?
Hey, so tell me more about you. Are you married?
I was engaged, and less than a month before we were supposed to get married, she called it off. A month later, she found out she was pregnant. You know, my son was born, and she said, you know what, we were never married. You don't have any rights. You're not having anything to do with him. And I just said, he's my son. I will have something to do with him. I've been going to court for the last 5 years just because she really still doesn't want me involved, you know.
Man, honestly, I can't even imagine.
It's been the probably toughest 5 years of my life. You know, I want to spend time with them.
Yeah.
Until you have kids, you just don't realize it, I guess.
They're everything, right? I mean, just everything.
Yep.
I can't even fathom that emotion that he goes through every time he has to separate from his child. It seriously breaks my heart. Custody battles, court, it's expensive. How do you do it? And I'm saying,
Rack
you know...
up a bill. I mean, and I haven't paid it all yet.
It's amazing.
But got 50-50 custody now, and it's like the greatest thing in the world. You know?
Yeah. To your best friend?
According to him, I'm his best buddy.
My son and I, he says, hey, Dad, you're my best buddy all the time.
Yep.
Right, it just makes me want to cry every time he says it. I love it. I can't even stand being away from my family for like a day. And yet, he does whatever it takes to make sure that he takes care of his son and that he's around him as much as is possible. I guarantee you, no matter what he does his best. I love that guy.
All right, let's go ahead and get back to work. Todd, see if we can get this finished up.
Today I'm in St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm going to be working with one of our monitoring center representatives. When alarms go off inside of someone's home, all of those calls come right through this monitoring center. We cannot mess up or we put people's lives at risk. I'm a little bit nervous about being undercover today because I blew it yesterday, and I don't want that to happen again.
My name is Eddie. Eddie.
So hopefully I can pull it off.
Sandy?
Oh, good morning.
How you doing?
Hi, Eddie. Nice to meet you, Eddie.
Yeah,
Why
nice
don't you
to
come
meet
have a seat? When I first met Eddie, he seemed a bit rough around the edges. You know, his eyes were just like kind of big like saucers, and I don't know, he just seemed like he's been through the woods a little bit. So, what we do is we monitor home and commercial alarms. That includes fire, medical, burglary, holdup. A lot of times we've had where people are at, you know, get them here. My brother is vomiting blood. And you've got people held at gunpoint, and they're freaking out, and you gotta stay calm.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah, very calm.
Okay. I was feeling, honestly, a bit stressed.
When they set off an alarm, we first of all need to verify, are you okay? And if they're not, then we get them the help they need.
There's a lot of things to think about. My head was spinning.
That's where this comes in.
I was trying to remember step 1, 2, and 3, and Sandy is telling me step 7, 8, and 9 at the same time.
1 is to speak. 2 means we can talk and listen.
I hope I don't have to take a burglary call, because if that happens, that house is getting cleaned out.
Why don't you go ahead and put on your headset?
Okay.
Good afternoon, this is Sandy with Vivint. We did receive your front door burglary alarm followed by a cancel signal. Is everyone all right there? I do apologize, ma'am. We're having trouble with the two-way. May I have your name, please?
The whole time she's training me, there's a lot of interference.
I'm sorry, could you repeat your name one more time?
Every single time, it's hard to hear.
I'm sorry, Maggie, do you have the verbal passcode? Disconnect. Yeah, I think this cord is
I think so.
bad.
How is this going on?
We have a backdoor audible burglary.
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
This is critical to people's lives and safety. There's no way we can allow things like that to be happening. And I need to do something about it.
It'll take you a little getting used to.
Okay.
You think you're ready to take a real one?
I mean, I would try it, but I'm a little, I'll try it.
Here we go. We have an alarm. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Eddie with Vivint.
You know, watching Eddie trying to process every little detail, it was like scrambled eggs.
Is there anything else we can do for you today?
May I have your name?
Oh, excuse me. May I have your name?
He was just, you know, forgetting things. Went orange. We didn't disconnect. Did you 9 it?
I can't remember.
Oh, man.
We received...
This is Eddie with Vivint.
Shoot.
And I thought, oh, boy, he's lost.
Goodness gracious. This is not easy. I was horrible. I was embarrassed. I am not good at this type of work at all.
You might want to do some typewriter tutor.
Computer work, typing.
Just copy and paste. You know how to do that?
No, that is not my cup of tea. I had no idea it was that difficult.
I know it's a lot of multitasking, but this is the way it is every day. And it does need some fine-tuning. Because we don't always feel appreciated. We hear stories of people making buku bucks during the summer selling systems.
Yeah.
And we kind of feel like the little people here, we're the ones trying to make people know that they're cared about.
Right.
People that we get here, the turnover is so great. You know, they can't make their car payment, their rent, and stuff on what they're getting paid. I mean, my daughter is a 911 dispatcher.
Yeah.
She's 21 years old, and I'm making $7 less an hour than her.
Really, here?
Yeah.
It's hard to hear things that are negative about a company that I'm running. But the truth of the matter is it's happening because of me and my leadership, and so there are things that need to change.
Some people wouldn't even apply for this job, starting out at $10 an hour.
Right.
I did it because I came off of the fact that my first husband passed. He had cancer. I have children, and he couldn't work. That's huge. I'm tapped out. And plus, my card just recently went bad. And so that just increases the debt on top of the other debt. Right now, I'm using home equity loan, so I'm in debt to myself, 30-some thousand.
Just on selling your home.
Yeah, right. And I knew this, but I loved my husband. I thought, well, it's there to use. If we have to live in a trailer, we would do. I don't really care. I'm not in keeping up with the Joneses or anything.
Right. Sandy has gone through a lot in her life, and through it all, kept a positive attitude, never quit. She obviously cares about what she's doing. She's exactly who I need.
Well, I suppose we should get back to work.
Okay.
Good afternoon. This is Sandy with Vivint.
Coming up,
You have to be able to work under pressure.
I know, I'm feeling like I'm sweating.
Eddie struggles to pick up the pace in a busy warehouse.
Oh, shoot, I messed another one up.
And later, the boss gets a wake-up call from a hard-working employee.
She had cancer, so she had to take care. Yeah, and they didn't give me the time off. Made me question who am I working for?
I don't want to be the CEO known for not allowing people to focus on taking care of their family. I'm in Camarillo, California today, working in Vivint Solar's warehouse with the inventory lead. This is where all of the install teams come on a daily basis to stock their trucks and vans, and that's why I chose to come here. Hello, how you doing?
Hi.
I'm Eddie. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Alma Delia Rios. I'm the Vivint Solar lead, and I'll be your instructor for today.
I can't wait.
Okay, well, let's head over to my desk, because usually in the morning, the guys will come in and start asking for the work orders for the day.
Okay.
So I have to make sure that they get this right information, because if they go out there and they install the wrong stuff on the roof, it's a big problem. What I'm doing right now is just writing down the address of where they're going to, because usually they go by what I write. This account here is a fix. So right here it says fix roof ridge. So I have to let the installer know what they have to do that day. So as you can see, they're coming in and they need their job work orders. So you know what, guys? I'm gonna teach him right now. So give me 1 second, okay? So you need to start writing all this information down on this install work order. This is the customer's name, the address, and please do it fast because like you heard, they need their work orders. They need to get out of here. Every minute counts.
Oops. I just kind of messed up that U. Sorry about that.
No, you know what? That looks kind of sloppy.
I know.
Let me just get you another one. Try not to make any mistakes.
I'm a little bit surprised we're writing things down. Vivint is a tech company. Using paper doesn't feel like a technology company. That's something I definitely want to look into. Oh, shoot, I messed another one up. Do you mind if I scratch that, or should I redo it completely?
We have some whiteout right here. You have have to be able to work under pressure.
I know, I'm
like
feeling like I'm sweating even though it's not cold in or
you know
hot
what?
in here. Yeah.
It's just, but you know what? The pressure's on, and that's
Yeah.
just the way it is. He had a little bit of problem with his writing. That's going to be a very big issue.
Or am I doing this wrong? Looks like my name would go right here.
The installers and the electricians wanted their work orders this morning. I had to kind of tell them, like, hold on, we're working on it.
I need one of the sheets.
Job site address.
We're working on it.
I have a little bit of like
Go right on
performance
the
anxiety
right,
or
yeah.
something.
Sometimes they're going to be in a situation where you're going to be under a lot of pressure.
Seems like you don't mind it. Like
because
you feel,
I'm used to it.
yeah.
If I wouldn't have been around, guess what? They would have chewed up and threw and spit him out. So, Craig, you're taking that Hayward, and then you're going to get Bennett. This is one of the jobs. These are 2 fixes. There you go, Craig.
Awesome, thank you.
That was kind of crazy. There were so many people coming in and out.
You know, it's only me that's running this warehouse in the morning, and there's a lot of happening. And sometimes I think that an extra hand would help here.
I completely understood what Alma was talking about, needing additional help. If she forgets something, if she loses her thought process for a minute, everything can go wrong.
So, look, we're going to get started on this inventory. I'm going to give you your beautiful hard hat.
Okay.
We're going to start doing the weekly inventory.
Okay.
So go ahead and count that.
51 totals.
Times 24. You have to add this.
So 2,043.
Okay, and let me check that for you. 28 plus 11 plus 7 plus 28 plus 20 plus 19 plus 13 plus 17. You got 2043? Is that what you got?
Oops.
When it comes down to inventory, Eddie was doing horrible.
There's 18.
Let me just double check your eyes.
Okay.
1, 2, 16, 17. I counted 17.
I was off.
So far, he is not a good candidate for this type of job. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 times 4, 48. So 48 plus 39.
1928.
That's 87. I'm going to go over your evaluation.
Yeah.
I just think that this is how fast I have to move.
Right.
You might need to work on that.
This whole thing's super important to me.
I bet.
You know, I'm kind of trying to get myself in a better situation financially.
Okay.
So doing this, it can help fund what I'm trying to do. How did you get to this, you know, position?
I grew up very fast-paced. I was a teen mom, and it made me grow up really quick.
How old were you when you
I was
had your first
between
child?
15 and 16 years old. I left my house when I was 14. I left my house at a very young age. My household was something that I wanted kind of like to run away from. I got here, it was very hard for me. I had to get my GED. I had to go to college. I just didn't want to be like, oh, another teen mom, didn't do anything, didn't graduate. I wanted to prove to myself, most of all, that it could be done. What kept me going is my girls. Family is like my #1 thing to me. Just the fact that I just didn't want to have them go through the same struggles I did. You want them to have the best, right? And that drive keeps you going.
Yeah.
And then eventually you do get there.
Yeah.
And I'm proof of it. So you could do it too.
Yeah.
If you want it, it's all in your hands.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for the day. Alma could have said, hey, life's tough, but she's done nothing but try to improve herself and her situation. She like exudes positive out of her. She's just she's an amazing person.
We're going to start inputting this stuff into the spreadsheet.
Okay.
So let's head over here, okay?
Great.
Let's go.
Today I'm in Plainfield, Illinois to do a smart home installation with one of our field service professionals. The smart home technology is really the future of Vivint. Lighting controls, thermostat controls, the security functionality.
If we're going to be able to compete with the bigger companies in the industry, our field service professionals can't make any mistakes.
Well, hey, you must be Eddie.
Yes, I am. Hey.
Eddie, how are you?
Good.
You ready to work today?
I'm ready.
Well, I'll give you a small idea of what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be putting in thermostats, door locks, the works.
Okay.
All right, let's get started. Hi, Miss Frank.
Yeah.
How are you? I'm William with Vivint.
Hi, good to meet you.
I'm your field service professional today. You have a lovely home.
Oh, thank you.
So we're going to get you all hooked up.
Okay.
All right. Usually what I do is try to start with a motion. I'm going to put up the first one. So right now what I got to do is figure out where we're going to put this.
Okay.
The best spot will probably be here. If we put it here, it will shoot this whole entire area. Start off a little slow and then you put it. Now you see the red
Obviously
light?
it's working now.
So let's see how much you retained. So what do you think would be a good spot for this motion?
I'd probably want to be like, because I would want to cover that, but I kind of feel like that's a pretty good spot.
Here is not a bad spot.
My specialty, and I'm not even kidding, like, I don't think anyone gets angles the way I do.
Oh boy.
How come there's no hole in the
I think I made a mistake.
plate? Or you just go right through the...
Eddie was a little slow. He had all type of problems trying to get that screw in that thing.
It's a little low.
You need some work on that drill, Eddie. Just kind of clip it. and that's it.
Okay.
Let's put this panel up.
Like this?
A little higher. So now we gotta get this back up and out of here.
There.
That's good. Close it up like that. And it shows up Frank's door lock. You press it.
Oh, wow.
It locks. Look at that.
I like that.
We have some more stuff we gotta grab out of the truck, and then we're gonna be almost done with this
That's
thing.
good.
With this type of work, we are entrusted to do this job, and it means people's lives. If someone comes through that window and your emotion doesn't work, it's no good.
Yeah.
I think we have a great product here at Vivint, but I'm stressed out because I'm working so many hours. I start at 10, and I'm off every night, 10:30, 11 at least. I still come in with a good attitude, or at least try.
Yeah.
My wife is not as understanding, though. She has a bitter taste a little bit in her mouth for
Yeah.
Vivint. She had cancer, so she had a
Your
big
wife
scare.
did?
Yeah, twice.
Are
She
you
beat it
serious?
twice. And when she was going through her struggle with cancer and stuff, it's like Vivint didn't give me the time off. They were like, no, you got to work.
Wow.
You know, and it left a bad taste in my mouth too. You know, because I'm like, she's going through surgery, she's going to the doctor visit where they're going to decide whether or not it's growing or if it's shrinking. You know, it's a big, and I'm not at none of them. It really made me question who am I working for?
Yeah.
You know.
That was like a kick in the gut. You know, that was really difficult to hear. I don't want to be the CEO known for not allowing people to focus on taking care of their family. How's your wife doing anyway?
She had the amputation. Right now, we're trying to decide whether or not to do the reconstructive.
Okay.
You know, it's going to be, again, a lot of time.
Yeah.
She already knows, like, you're probably not going to get that time off. So I want to save up a little money so that when she does, I can afford to take off some days.
Oh, you want to be there?
Have some, some money on the back end. Because after she had it those 2 times, we ran into some hard times. The medicine alone was like $1,000 a month.
Wow.
And once the car went down, it's medicine or get the car fixed.
Yeah, right. And of course, yeah.
So that's why this is the only vehicle we have right now.
Will, he's gone through a lot of challenges personally. He's gone through a lot of challenges with Vivint. And even through that, he still has an incredibly positive attitude, which makes me love him to death.
We better get back in there and get this job done.
I've always tried to be a leader with the intention of taking care of the people that work inside of Vivint. Am I doing that as effectively as possible? It didn't really feel like that every single time I was out on these job sites. That's probably the thing that's bothered me the most because that's my fault. I want to run a company that's about people and it's about, family.
And after this week, I'm more committed than ever to making that happen.
Coming up, the employees think they're going to decide if Eddie deserves to win his own business. How will they react when he reveals his true identity?
I am Eddie, or I was Eddie, but I'm founder and CEO of Vivint.
Wow.
It's a little, I'm a little taken back.
I think I've got some really good ideas that are going to simplify our employees' lives and make sure that we're proving to them that we're here for them and they are the core of this business. How you doing today?
What's up,
what?
You look like Eddie.
Really? How was Eddie?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Are you related to Eddie?
I am Eddie, or I was Eddie, but I'm the founder and CEO of Vivint.
Scott Peterson.
Close. I'm Todd Peterson.
Wow.
I decided to do a project called Undercover Boss. I don't know if
I
you've
saw
heard
that
of it.
before.
You're part of Undercover Boss also.
It's a little, I'm a little taken back.
Mark, I blew my cover. I mean, I just blew it. It was the biggest choke ever. Are you Mark?
Yes.
I'm Todd.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, my hell. I screwed up. Regardless of that, I mean, I had the best day. You were absolutely incredible. And so we're going to give you a new position.
Really?
You're now going to be a micro-hub team supervisor.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's a 20% pay increase with that job.
Really?
Yeah.
That's just gonna help me more than you know.
You deserve it, period. We climbed up on that roof, and I mean, I literally thought I was gonna fall off the roof.
Yeah.
From this point on,
shoes are on us.
That would be awesome.
That's done. And then you described to me that there's a disconnect between the sales rep and the technician. We're going to have the salespeople, they're going up on the roof with you and see what it is that we're installing, how it's installed, and close that gap.
Good. That'll be good.
A little bit more on the personal side, you know, when you're talking about your boy, I want to send you and your son on the trip of a lifetime.
Really?
It's all expenses paid, time off paid, everything paid for.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Going to court, I think you have some outstanding debt for legal fees. I want to give you $20,000 to pay off your legal costs.
Really?
Yes.
That's just awesome. I mean, you know, that doesn't happen.
It's happening right now. I mean, it's happening.
That's going to be a huge, huge burden taken off my shoulders. Thank you.
You know, one more thing I was thinking about. I know how incredibly expensive it is to raise children, and I want to give you $25,000 to help in any way you see fit. Anything he needs, that's for you.
Oh my gosh. I can't thank you enough, so honestly, thanks for everything.
Okay.
I want my son to have things that I wasn't able to have, and now I won't have to stress as much. I just love him with all my heart, and I would do anything for him.
Alma, you were incredibly confident. It actually intimidated me a little bit. Oops. I just kind of messed up that U. Sorry about that.
No, you know what? That looks kind of sloppy.
I know. I did not realize people are still writing things down on paper. So you're going to get new systems to manage everything in the warehouse, from the jobs to the scheduling to the inventory.
This is amazing. I feel like, I almost feel like pinching myself.
So one other thing that I was thinking about, you were juggling so many things that was amazing, but I felt like there was a need for someone to help you. It would make your job easier.
Thank you. That's amazing, because I thought it would never happen. I've been trying for quite a while. That's more than money can buy.
You know, we talked about yourself. Teen mom, went back and got your GED, and then school. Do you still have school debt?
Yeah, I do.
I want to give you $75,000
Huh?
to pay off your debt with school and take care of your daughters.
Really?
Yes.
Are you being serious? I've never, ever had anybody treat me like, ever give me anything in life. It's gonna, like, change my life, like, completely. Oh, wow. Thank you. Can I hug you? Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
I'm speechless. Like, it's amazing. I have no words. When you live paycheck by paycheck, it's hard. It's a big relief. I was already blessed before. I'm even blessed now. Even more. Wow.
Sandy, watching you do what you do, I just had the best time. I was horrible. Is there anything else we can do for you today?
May I have your name?
Oh, excuse me. May I have your name?
You have a different skill set.
I don't know what it is, but I was nervous to do your job. It's not easy.
It isn't.
And there were some things that were a bit broken to me. The phone connector, the cord.
Was crackling.
Crackling. Unfortunately, I cannot upgrade those phones. I just can't do it.
Okay.
But instead, I want to get you a brand new monitoring center.
Wow.
Brand new cubicles, all new equipment, everything.
That's exciting. Really. And all the other people will be happy too, because we struggle.
You deserve it. I mean, you all deserve it.
It's amazing.
Some of the things that you mentioned just resonated with me. You know, I know that your husband had passed, and you have your house debt, the bills stacking up.
Yeah.
You deserve all the happiness in the world. So I want to give you $30,000 and allow you to take care of your house debt, pay off these bills.
It's really kind. You're making me get emotional. It really means a lot to me. Thank you, Todd.
You're very welcome.
That's an amazing amount of money that Todd offered to me. It's going to take the weight off my shoulders. I'm just excited. I just feel like I have no holds against me anymore.
Yeah, I think we deserve that.
I can't wait to tell people at Vivint. There is hope, you know, and I'm happy for all of us.
Will, I watched you operate. You were a professional the entire time.
How are you? I'm William with Vivint.
Hi, good to meet you.
I'm your field service professional
Yes.
today. You have a lovely home.
Oh, thank you.
You've been through some incredible personal challenges. I remember you used the word bitter when it came to your wife's sentiment towards Vivint, and it just like, I mean, seriously, like crushed me. I'm here to say I apologize.
I appreciate that because it means a lot to her and it means a lot to me.
Just one more thing with that. You mentioned she needs the reconstructive surgery. I want to pay for that.
Appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. Definitely welcome. Another thing you mentioned, you don't own a car. I'm going to give you $15,000 towards a new car.
Man. You know what? It's like... It's like all the problems I had that I told you about. You addressed them all right here, right now, and I appreciate it, man. Incredible.
It's hard for me to see you go through some of the struggles you've gone through, and you know, you've been amazing to us. And so I want to give you $100,000 towards a home or your nest egg or whatever you choose.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
If I said all my prayers in one meeting, yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, man, I don't supposed to hug a man, but I'm hugging. Oh, my God, I could have kissed that dude, man. I'm talking about kissed him. Oh, my God. Big burden off my shoulder. It's a big burden off my shoulder, and I have to worry about my wife and her reconstructive surgery. This is unbelievable, man. I'm happy. I'm overjoyed. I'm relieved. I needed this, man. Oh, man.